Hello dear students, in this video we will learn about the law of indices and the law of logarithm. Logarithm first introduced by John Napier. These two methods are very useful in algebra, in our physics calculations and derivations also. Dear students, some very complicated calculations can be easily simplified using the law of logarithm. Logarithm formulas are very useful in our scientific calculations, in numericals also. The logarithm is basically based upon a logarithmic series. We will learn in detail about logarithm and we will solve 20 problems in this video related to the law of indices and the logarithm. Dear students, in our last videos about the basic mathematical tools of physics, we have learned about the algebraic formulas, the trigonometric formulas, trigonometric hyperbolic formulas, trigonometric series, and the recurrence formula of trigonometry, and also we have learned about the inverse trigonometric formulas. Their link is given in the I button above. You can watch that videos also in the playlist of class 11 physics. Let's start this class from the law of indices. This is a method for showing some number in another symbol, in which if you want to show the 5 is multiplied with itself 5 times, then you can write it as 5 power 5. Dear students, here the power 5 is also known as exponent. Indices, if you want to write 4 multiplied with itself 3 times, then you can write it as 4 power 3. The 4 number which is multiplied with itself is called base here. The 3 is power or index here. You can also tell that 3 is the exponent. In this notation, when we use this system of calculation, there are many formulas which can be easily proved with your common sense. Here are these formulas. A power x is multiplied with a power y. The both powers will be added in the last term with having a same base. Carefully watch here. The both numbers have the same base a here. In the second formula, a power x is divided by a power y. What we get? We get the number having the same base, but the power y is subtracted from the power x here. If you have a complicated situation, where a have power x, the same base a having power y, in the lower part a is having the power z, then we will solve it like a power x multiply with a power y. What we get? A power x plus y upon a power z. But using the second formula, what would we do? A power x plus y, we will subtract the power in the lower term when we have the same base in both the numbers. what would we get? A power x plus y minus z. the third formula where we have a power x whole power y. That means a power x is multiplied with itself y times. What would we get? A power x y. Means both the powers will be multiplied having the same base here. In the fourth formula, where we have two different numbers ab power x, these two numbers are in multiplication. In that case, ab power x is equal to a power x multiplied with b power x. In the third situation, where a and b are in division operation, a is divided by b whole power x, that is equal to a power x upon b power x. A power 0 is equal to 1. It can be proved here. If any number a which is non-zero number have a power 0, it would be equal to 1. How is it possible? If a is having power 4, it is divided by a having power 4. What would we get? We would get here 1. But using that formula, a power x upon a power y, what would we get? A power x minus y. So using that formula, we would get a power 4 minus 4, that is a power 0. But the must condition here is a is a non-zero number. In the second last formula, if a is having power minus 1, you can write it 1 upon a. The a power x and its yth root can be calculated and can be written as a power x upon y. If you want to get square root of x, it is written as x power 1 by 2. The cube root of any number like z and its cube root can be written as z power 1 by 3. Using that notation, you can write it that a power x and its yth root can be written as a power x upon y. Dear students, I suggest you to pause this video and note down all the formulas and relations from the green board. If you want to revise all these formulas, the short notes are also available to be downloaded from the Google Drive link, which is given in the description below. I will write here 5 problems and we will solve them. Dear students, here are some simple problems which can be solved using these formulas and your previous knowledge of mathematics. In the first problem, the 5 power x can be written as 625. 625 is nothing but 5 power 4. In both sides, both numbers have the same base, then the powers must be equal, which is known as the law of. According to this law, if both the numbers having the same base, then if they are equal, then their powers must be equal. Using that law, we will get the value of x as x is equal to 4 here. In the second problem, 49 power x plus 1 is equal to 343. What will we do first? If we want to use the law of exponents, then we must write the both numbers in terms of a same base. Then if we want to change these numbers using the previous knowledge of mathematics, you would get 7 power 2 power x. 7 power 344 is 7 power 3. A power x whole power y, it can be written as a power xy. The 7 square power x, it can be written as 7 power 2x. It is equal to 7 power 3. Then 2x is equal to 3. Now dear students, the final value of x would be equal to 3 by 2. You must know that much mathematics to simplify these mathematical problems. In the next problem, square root of 2 power x is equal to 64. Square root of 2, it can be written as 2 power 1 by 2 power x. Then 64 can be written as 2 power 8. Now using the same formula, a power x whole power y, it is equal to a power xy. Then the both indices, power or exponents will be multiplied with each other. Then you will get 2 power x by 2 is equal to 2 power 8. Then using the same relation, we would get x by 2 is equal to 8. Then x would be equal to 16. In the next problem, number 4, 10 power x is equal to 0.001. What would we do? We will change the both sides in the same base. 10 power x. 0.001 can be written as using the same method. If this decimal is replaced, then we will write here 1 upon 1000, the number of the non-zero terms after the decimal. So 10 power x is equal to 1 upon 1000, that is equal to 1 upon 10 power 3. Now 1 upon a power x can be written as a power minus x. The 1 upon 10 cube can be written as 10 power minus 3. Now 10 power x here on left side is equal to 10 power minus 3 on right side. So both the indices will be equal, so x is equal to minus 3. Now here is the fifth problem of the law of exponents, 2 power 8 upon 8 power 2. These two terms cannot be cancelled out with each other, but if we want to use the law of exponent, then the base would be changed in the same number. 2 power 8 is here, so we would write it like 2 power 8 divided by 8 power 2. So 8 can be written as 2 cube power 2. 8 is 2 cube, so 2 cube power 2. Now we will use this formula, a power x whole power y. The both powers will be multiplied with each other. So 2 power 8 in the upper part divided with 2 power 3 is multiplied with 2, so 2 power 6. Now we will use this formula, a power x upon a power y is equal to, a is here 2, so it is base, and x minus y. So 6 will be subtracted from 8. So what would we get? 2. So the answer is 2 square, or you can write as 4. So dear students, you have learned some useful terms, the law of indices, the law of exponent. Use these formulas to solve the given problems related to the law of exponents. The problems are on your screen, so please solve them and comment me if you have any doubts related to these problems. Now the next topic is here, the law of logarithm. Logarithm is very useful in solving complicated mathematical problems and complicated scientific problems. That is like a magic for solving these problems. First, if you don't have any knowledge of logarithm, this is another notation. It is very much related to the law of exponent. That's why we have learned the law of exponent before the logarithm. In this video, we will learn about logarithm, their formulation and their applications. First, what is the term logarithm? That is based on the logarithmic series. Dear students, we can write a number in terms of the power of another number. If a having power n, it is equal to another number x. In reverse terms, we can write it as, if we have a base a, when would we get x? When would we get x? And what would be the value of the power or exponent? That is the basic relation for logarithm. We would write it like logarithmic x having base a, it is equal to the power n. Like if we write here 10 power 3 is equal to 1000, then what can we write in logarithmic terms? If log have base 10, if we get the logarithmic value of 1000, we must have the power 3. That is the logarithm. We want to get the logarithmic value of 49 having the base 7, then we must have the power value 2. So log 49 base 7 is equal to 2. So logarithmic value of 49 having base 7 is equal to 2. The logarithmic table is based on the number which is the base here. In general applications, we use the logarithmic base 10. In some scientific calculations, we use the log base e, which is known as the natural log. Now dear students, before learning the complicated formulas of logarithm, because this is the first day when you are learning the logarithm, so now we have the knowledge about how the logarithm is used. I will give you 3 problems. How would we solve them? 0.001. We will solve these problems. We have the knowledge that 4 is written as 2 power 2. So the base 2 must have the power 2 to get the value 4 here. So that is the base of logarithm. So we can write here the power on the next side 2 to get the value 4 having the base 2. If we want to get 0.001, which is nothing but log base 10 10 to the power minus 3. The base 10 must have power minus 3 to get 10 to the power minus 3. So we can write here minus 3. But the logarithmic value is written like bar of 3.00. The bar is nothing but the negative value, because if we write in logarithm like 3.11, then on the right side of decimal the values are positive, and on left side of the decimal the 3 is negative. That can be a complicated situation. We will learn it in the next video. Here the final value is minus 3, that is written as bar of 3. Logarithmic value of 2 having the base 4. So first we would change 2 in power of 4. So log base 4, and 2 can be written as 4 power 1 by 2. The power value which is required to get 4 power 1 by 2, it is equal to 1 by 2. Another relation, if we want to get log base 10 1, what would be the power of 10 to get the value 1? We know for any non-zero number a power 0 is equal to 1. So 10 must have the power 0 to get 1. So the answer is 0 here. These are the simple applications of logarithm. Now you have learned unknowingly some formulas of logarithm, like log base a 1 is 0. Logarithmic base a of a is equal to 1 because we need power 1 of a. Another formula which is also derived from these relations is log of x power n having base a, then power n would come before the logarithm, so n multiply with log of x base a. The logarithm will convert the multiplication operation in addition. It will convert the division operation into subtraction, and also it will convert the power terms in multiplication. So that would be more easy. These are the formulas. You can note down them and we will use them in our problems. So log base a x upon y is equal to log base a of x minus log base a of y. Similarly, log base a xy is equal to log base a x plus log base a of y. Using these two formulas, we can get another extension, log base a having xy divided by z. Then we can write it as log base a of x plus log base a of y minus log base a of z. If two terms which are in multiplication having different powers, then their powers will come forward and these two terms in logarithm will be added with each other. So m log base a of x plus n log base a of y. So that is the beauty of mathematics. These typical problems which can be solved using the calculators only, like 17 power 50, we can get its value using the logarithm, having some approximations, but we can get it within 2 minutes. So we must learn that concept. Now dear students, if I give you some simple problems, log base 3, 27. Number 2, log base 4, 64. Number 3, log base 5, 125. You can easily solve them. Log base 3, 3 power 3. Log base 4, 4 power 3. Log base 5, 5 power 3. So, what would be their value? The term which is power 3 here will come forward log base 3 of 3. So, log base a of a is always equal to 1. So, we would get here 3, we would get here also 3 and here also 3. Some other problems here. 4, log base 10. If we want to get 10 to the power 26, it would be equal to 26 only. Now, 5th, log base 10, 1000 divided by 10. 1 power is cancelled out. So, log base 10 of 100, which can be written as 10 power 2. So, answer would be 2. The log base e is called natural log. The log base e of x can be written as natural log. So, ln of x. These are very much used in derivations of physics, in integrations also. So, dear students, that is another notation. There are some new problems. The logarithmic of 2 root 2 having the base 2. So, 2 root 2 is nothing but 2 multiply with 2 power 1 by 2. So, it can be written as 2 power 1 is multiplied with 2 power 1 by 2. So, it can be written as 2 power 1 plus 1 by 2. So, it is 2 power 3 by 2. It can be written as 2 power 3 by 2. The power comes forward and we would get 3 by 2 as the answer. Now, in another problem, log base 2 of 7th root of 8. What would be its value? Then first we will convert the number into the base of 2. So, can be written as 8 power 1 by 7. But 8 is itself 2 power 3. So, 8 power 1 by 7 can be written as 2 power 3 upon 7 is equal to 3 upon 7. If you want to calculate the log base sin 30 degree, which is a constant value, then here is cos of 60 degree. Both the values are equal. So, cos 60 degree is here half, sin 30 degree is half here. So, what would we get? Log base a is equal to 1. So, the answer would be 1 here. Dear students, the short notes, the practice problems and the answer key is also available to be downloaded from the Google Drive link. The link is given in the description below. So keep watching this video. If you like this video, then don't forget to share this video with your friends. Now, here are some more complicated problems which can be very useful for competitive exams purpose. Now, here is in the first problem, log base 2 of a is equal to 2. So, we have the basic of the logarithm, the index is here. If we have the 2 base and power 2, what would we get? This number. So, the answer a would be equal to 2 power 2, that is equal to 4. You can write here 4 and you can check this answer with the method which we have used to solve in our previous problems. Dear students, we have learnt that log base a is equal to 1. We have learnt log base a of 1 is equal to 0. Then what would be value of log base a? 0. Dear students, using the same method, the power of a, the unknown number n, is equal to this value here, which is 0. But we know that a is a non-zero number. If we replace the n value as infinite, what would we get? Infinite. So that is not possible. But we know that 0 is equal to 1 upon infinite. So we would write here 1 upon a power infinite is equal to 0. Because 1 upon a power infinite is nothing but 1 upon infinite. If some non-zero number having power infinite, it would be equal to infinite. Then 1 upon infinite is equal to 0. Then the power is infinite here. So 1 upon a power infinite, it can be written as a power minus infinite. So the number n is here nothing but it is equal to minus infinite. The logarithmic value of 0 having a non-zero base, the value is here equal to minus infinite. Now let's solve the next problem. In this problem, log base 10 of a multiply with a plus 3. The final value is 1. So using this method, the power is 1 here, having the base 10. So 10 power 1 is nothing but equal to this number, that is a multiply with a plus 3. So 10 is equal to a multiply with a plus 3. So 10 is equal to a square plus 3 of a. A square plus 3a minus 10 is equal to 0. Then a square plus 5a minus 2a minus 10 is equal to 0. We would use the method of cofactors to get this relation simplified. So a is outside, a plus 5 minus 2a plus 5 is equal to 0. So a minus 2 multiply with a plus 5 is equal to 0. So a value is equal to 2 or minus 5. Here the base is 1 by 3, the power is minus 1, and the value is equal to a square minus 1. So we can write here 1 by 3 power minus 1 is equal to a square minus 1. 1 by 3 power minus 1 is equal to 3. So a square minus 1 is equal to 3. Put here a value is equal to plus or minus 2. That will satisfy this equation. So a value is equal to plus or minus 2. Because it is a quadratic equation, so it must have 2 roots of this equation. They may be equal with each other. In the fourth problem, the base is 2, the value is a square minus 5, the power is equal to 2. So having base 2, the power is 2, then we would get the value a square minus 5. 4 is equal to a square minus 5. A square is equal to 4 plus 5, so a square is equal to 9. So a value is equal to plus or minus 3. These are the simple problems which can be solved using these formulas. Dear students, how do you like this video? Please comment in the comment box. Thanks for watching this video. Please solve the problems which are given in the practice sheet. Thanks for watching this video. Keep watching, keep learning. Problem solving is always a fun. Thank you.